Hello everyone. So now we are going to discuss about VPN. So what is VPN? We are going to look. So this is some theory we will discuss here. So VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. VPN is nothing but Virtual Private Network. So example, if you want to connect two branches, just now we use the GRE and we apply the tunnel. We apply the IPsec. So same thing, virtually we are creating. It is not a physical network, we are creating the virtual network. That is nothing but VPN. What we can do, we can create our virtual network and we can encrypt the data and we can forward. Why we are using this one? Because to save the cost. If you want to get the private line from the ISP, it will cost more, it will be expensive. To overcome that types of issue, what we will do, we will buy the internet and we will configure the VPN. So we have different types of VPN, but what advantage we are going to get when we configure the VPN? We have a VPN, maybe you are thinking VPN means always secure. We need to remember all VPN is not secure, all VPN is not secure. We can say all VPN will not encrypt the data. Example, GRE is also a VPN. GRE is also VPN, it will not encrypt the data. So some VPN will not encrypt data also. Okay, so what advantage we are going to get with the VPN? We will have confidentiality, means preventing anyone to read our data. How we will prevent anyone to read our data? By encrypting. So encryption. So we can do encryption here. So first point, what we can say, by using VPN we can encrypt our data. And then authentication. Authentication means verifying that the router or firewall or remote user that is sending the VPN traffic is authorized or not. Means we are putting the username and password. Authentication. So what we can say, first one is confidentiality, that is saying that only we should read our data. We are sending our data, so no other guy should read our data. Only sender and receiver can read our data. That one we can say. How we can achieve that one? By encrypting that data. Then we have authentication. Authentication is nothing but verifying that whoever is sending that data, the authorized guy or not. And we need to remember, whenever we are configuring the VPN, here I have one router. Here I can have firewall. VPN we can configure this way also. Here and here we can configure. Even if you have firewall or if you have router, or here is Cisco router, here is Juniper router, no issue. You can configure VPN. Because in interviews, sometimes they are asking the question, I have one site as a router, other site I have as a, other site I have as a firewall. Can we configure the VPN? Yes, we say, yes, we can configure the VPN. No issue. Sometimes they will say, I have one site Cisco router, other site Juniper router. Can we configure the VPN? Yes, we can configure. No worries. If you have both site routers, both site firewall, one site router, other site other firewall with different vendor, no issue, we can configure. We need to remember this one. And the advantage what we are getting, we are encrypting our data, first point. Second point, we are authentication. We are using the authentication, authorizing that one, and we are doing integrity. Integrity is nothing but not changing the data, verifying that the VPN packet was not changed someone during the transmit. So integrity means someone is not changing. Example, you have some data, maybe someone will remove some data, add some data. That is nothing but we want to stop that one, someone to change our data. That is known as integrity. Integrity means we are not allowing anyone to change our data. And anti-reply is someone cannot, if you imagine, hacker cannot read our data, okay, and he cannot authenticate and he cannot add to our data. So what he will do, he will capture our packets and he will retransmit. Hacker will capture our traffic and after some time he will retransmit same packets n number of times to disturb our network. So how we can overcome with that one? That is nothing but anti-reply. Anti-reply means preventing someone from capturing the traffic and resend it. So we are preventing someone will capture our packets and resend again it. So we will reject that one. If we receive any packet after some time, with delay time, we will not take that one. VPN will reject that one. That is known as anti-reply. Let me repeat again. First one, we are going to encrypt the data. VPN is going to encrypt the data. Second one, authentication. Third one, integrity. Integrity means no one can change our data. Anti-reply means if we get the same data after some time, with delay of time, we will reject that one, we will not accept. So this feature we will get when we configure the VPN. So common types of VPN, we have site-to-site VPN, we have the remote user VPN. Site-to-site is nothing but connecting two branches, just now what we done here. And the remote user VPN means sitting in our home, we are accessing our office server, that is known as client VPN, that is the remote user VPN. So site-to-site VPN is a simple, just we can create the tunnel, just now what we created. In that one we can use tunnel and we can create site-to-site VPN. We can use the GRE, we can use the MPLS VPN, we can apply the IPsec to protect that one. So this one we can use, and if it look like this, what we will have our router, gateway router from the head office, gateway or branch or gateway router from the branch office. We are going to connect to ISP, same thing just now what we done, that one only. Here we have, this is our tunnel IP, and here we have some IP from the ISP. We will forward the traffic and we will create like a tunnel here. We will bypass the ISP, we will create the tunnel. This is known as site-to-site VPN. And then we will have the remote VPN. This is also site-to-site, and if you see, this one is a site-to-site VPN. So we have remote site here, remote site here. We can have firewall here, we can have router here, we can create the site-to-site VPN in this way. Here that if we apply the IPsec, traffic will be encrypted here, but when the traffic come inside, it will be unencrypted. So this is our enterprise network, this side. This is our enterprise network. This is one our remote site. Here also one remote site. So this is our internet traffic, but we apply IPsec here, so our traffic will be encrypted one. And after that, remote user VPN. Remote user VPN is nothing but the guy who is working from the home. He can use the AnyConnect. Cisco is having AnyConnect, and the Palo Alto is having the different vendor. Let me check. Palo Alto is having the, I forget the name. Cisco is using the AnyConnect. I will show you AnyConnect. Cisco is using AnyConnect. This is a remote VPN from the Cisco. We will install this in our PC, and just we will connect here by putting the username and password. So our data will be encrypted, whatever is going from our PC to our office. And for Palo Alto we have global connect, global protect. Yeah, this is the for the Palo Alto firewall. So if we are in our organization, if we are using the Palo Alto firewall, then they will give you this global protect. So they will install in our PC. So just we need to click and we need to put here the detail. They will ask you the IP, or sometime they will ask you the login detail also. You need to write the login detail, username, password, whatever they assign for your PC, and you will connect. So you will securely connect to your server. So you look like you are sitting in your office, you are connected with your LAN cable, you can access your server and the share folder, all the resources from the office you can access with this remote user VPN. So with that one we can connect also. How it look like this. You are sitting in home or coffee shop, anywhere you will connect. So here you will have firewall or router, depend which one you are using, and you can connect this way. So we can say this is a scenario. Here we are using IPsec, site-to-site VPN. Here I have one site's router, other side we have the ASA firewall, and we can create here site-to-site VPN. Here I am using the remote VPN. I can connect from my laptop to the router, and from here I can access the office resources. Remote access VPN, this way we can access. So VPN protocol, we have different types of protocol. One is IPsec, that is a internet protocol security. It is a framework that is providing the security. And we have L2TP, SSL, we have PPTP, different types of VPN we have. Advantage what we will get by using the VPN, cost saving, because if you want to connect two branches, you need to use the virtual lease LAN, you need to buy the separate LAN from the ISP, it will be expensive. So you can save the cost if you can configure the VPN same like this here, just now what we configure. So here we did not buy separate dedicated LAN, we use only internet connection both the side, we have the static IP, that's all. So it is saving the cost. And also what we will have is scalability. Means if you have one more branch, then you can take again internet and you can configure the same way. We have the security here, compatibility we will have, and better performance, flexibility. Easily we can configure and we can add more branches also. So encryption type, this one is important because just now I shown here. If you see, I am saying we are using encryption 3DE, hash we are using, authentication we are using. So what all this we are going to see now, because now we are going to do one more lab. If you see, this is a site-to-site VPN. So in this place we are going to use this configuration. This is a VPN configuration. This is very important. No one will ask you the commands, they will ask you the step. If you want to configure the VPN, how you will configure, they will ask you. So you need to define. We will configure phase 1, phase 2, then we will select the interesting traffic, then we will apply the CMAP on that interface. So we are going to see that all, but to understand this one example, I am saying here, I am using encryption 3DE. I am using group 2. I am using hash I am using SHA. So what is SHA, what is group 2, what is encryption, what is pressure key, we will look here. Okay. So we are using encryption algorithm for VPN. In VPN we are using encryption algorithm. We want to encrypt our data. So if we want to encrypt our data, why we want to encrypt our data? If you remember, confidentiality, that no one can read our data, only we can read our data. For that purpose we are encrypting our data. How we can encrypt? There is a algorithm. No need to understand in deep what this algorithm is doing. That will be in the CCNP security. Now we are doing CCNP Encore, enterprise network. So now you need to have just idea. These are the encryption algorithm. You need to remember the encryption algorithm. We have data encryption standard DES. It is using 64-bit long, and we have triple data encryption standard that is 3DES. It is using 168 bytes long, and we have advanced encryption standard that is AES. It is having 128, 192, 256 bits long. So which one is using high value? That is more strong compared to this one. If we compare this one and this one, this will be the more strong. So this way we have, this is the algorithm. We have three algorithm. One is a DES, another is a triple DES. Compared to DES, this is 3 times encrypting this one. So this is more powerful compared to this one. And here we have the advanced encryption standard. So no need to remember how this working. Just you need to know this is the algorithm and we are going to use for encryption. So just we will say DES and 3 DES, AES, AES, AES. This using different bits, which one we want we can use. How we can decide which encryption I can use? That depend upon the router model, firewall model. Latest model will support the high encryption, maybe the old model will not support. So you need to check in your router which one is supporting. Example, if you are using old model, maybe here this 256 byte long AES will not support. Okay, but now just remember encryption algorithm, we have 3 algorithm, DES, 3DES or AES. Same like that we have hashing algorithm. So hashing is nothing but this is also like if I am sending something, I am sending some data. So what I will do, I will send some hash value here. I will send some hash value here. In between hash I have my data. So when this data go to another branch, they will check the hash value. Hash value is equal or not, same value or not. If it is not same, they will delete the data. They will not accept. If it is same, they will compare the hash value. If it is same, they will accept the data. In CCNP security, we have how they are working. We are doing calculation to check that hashing, all that one. But here in Encore, in the CCNP enterprise, no need to go in that much detail. Just you need to remember we have hashing algorithm. Why we are using hashing algorithm? For integrity purpose. Integrity means no one will change our data. Imagine you are sending something. If someone add here or someone delete something here and add their own data here, who will understand? Maybe you will think, example, if I am sending something to you, if someone add here and someone delete some data here, they add some other data, you will not understand. So what we will do, we will use hashing algorithm. Hashing algorithm we use. So when I am sending you, I will add hash here, hash value I will send you. So you will compare that hash value same or not. If someone play with our data, hash value will change, so you will reject that data. So in hash, what we can do, we can say just hashing we are using for integrity purpose. Integrity means no one will change our data. In that one we have SHA or MD5. SHA means secure hash algorithm. We have two algorithms. In hashing we are using two algorithms. One is secure SHA algorithm, that is called SHA, and another one is message digestive algorithm, that is MD5. So these two algorithms we are using for hashing. We can use any one when we are configuring the VPN. And after that, what we can say, we will have the authentication algorithm for VPN. We can use pre-share key, pre-share key, or digital certificate. So from among this one, we can use one for authentication purpose. So now we need to remember, for encryption purpose we can use DES or 3DES or AES. For integrity purpose we can use hashing. We have two types, one is SHA, one is MD5, that is 5MD5 or MD5 we can say. And then authentication, we have authentication is having the two algorithm, pre-SHA key, pre-share key, or digital certificate. So this one we know that one. And we are using DP-Hellman group also. I did not write here. DP-Hellman group, DH group we are saying, that group we are using to share the key. Example, if I want to share the key from one side to another side, they are going to change that key. Let me show you in the second point. I think I put here. So if you see here, not here. So let me explain you here only. So let me write here. Here we know encryption, this algorithm, hashing for integrity, and authentication, this one. And first time they are going to exchange. Example, I have one router here, I have another router here, this is the ISP network here. So I am going to exchange my key from here to here, and they are going to exchange. That is unencrypted. They are going to exchange the key. So what we will do, we will use the DP-Hellman group. DP-Hellman group. Let me check. I wrote somewhere maybe here in this file. Let me check. Just now we finished this GRE. Okay, and if we see here, IPsec, or here, yeah, here I put that one. So I will explain you here, DP-Hellman group. Okay, so now what I am saying here, now just remember VPN we are using to secure the data, to connect the two branches, because if we take the virtual lease LAN, it is very expensive. So what we will do, we will configure the VPN. We have the GRE. GRE is a not encrypted one. So when we configure the GRE, we are going to add the IPsec VPN, IPsec on that GRE, so it will secure. And now what we learn, we have the remote VPN and the side-to-side VPN. Side-to-side means two sides are connected. We need to remember, one side we can have router, other side may be firewall, both side will be firewall, both side may be router, maybe same vendor, different vendor, no issue, we can configure. After that, what we told that advantage, and after that we told encryption is having three algorithm, hashing is used for integrity, and it is having the two algorithm, and authentication is also having two algorithm. Okay. Now let me stop. This is just overview about VPN. I will stop this recording. In next recording we will check about the detail about IPsec VPN. Okay, so let me